too judgmental, not only of others, but ourselves. It's good to judge yourself, right? You know, like if you're being truthful and you're slacking off or, you know, things like that. It's good for motivation. But when it comes to being too judgy and being like, feeling like you're not good enough, you have to stop, because you are good enough. And understand that whatever journey you're in, if just because you feel like you haven't reached success, whatever you define that as, it doesn't make you any less valuable. Like, you being on your journey and taking the steps to fulfill whatever goals you've set for yourself, that is the beginning, and that is good enough, because you're further along than what you were before you took any steps towards it. So you've got to stop being so hard on yourself, like you're only going to be good enough, you're only going to define success when you reach it. The journey itself is beautiful. So you have to accept that journey along the way, because you can't just wake up, boom, you're in the whatever it is that you imagine, whatever goal it is you had in mind, and it's achieved. Because what about the process? The process makes it that much more beautiful, because you'll appreciate what you put into it, that energy that you put into it. And you can think back on it, and that will also serve as an inspiration and a push for further goals. So don't allow yourself to feel like you're not good enough because you haven't reached your success. And also understand that whatever you define as success, it's your definition of it. And that feeling and that definition may change. So let's say, for example, I want to lose 20 pounds. Let's say I'm overweight and I want to lose 20 pounds. And that will be my success. So I've started working out. I started eating healthier. You cannot wait. Well, I should not wait until I lose 20 pounds to feel like I am good enough, or to feel like I am, you know, I am an inspiration to myself, or that I'm taking the right steps. Because I am further along today than I was yesterday. I am further along today than I was when I realized what my goals were. So what I need to do is appreciate the process, appreciate that I'm taking the proper steps. And I also have to understand that, hey, once I reach those 20 pounds, that may not be good enough for me anymore. I may want to lose more, or I may not feel like I look the way that I thought I would at losing 20 pounds. Maybe that's too much. So my definition of success may change. So it's not that I shouldn't just sit here and not feel like a success. I shouldn't feel like I'm not doing good enough for myself, because you are. You're taking the steps. So you have to understand that, enjoy the process, understand that you're further along than you were, and also understand that you don't need to reach that goal to feel like a success, because that, I mean, your standards, it may change, and it probably will, because we're always changing. We're always finding inspiration from different places. So it may change. I may feel like, hey, instead of 20 pounds, I want to lose 30 pounds. So am I supposed to feel like, whoa, I lost 20 pounds. That's not good enough because that was not my end goal anymore? No. It should still feel like a success. The process itself, me changing my eating habits, me, you know, working out more, me staying focused and really aiming for that goal. So stop feeling like you're not a success just because you have not reached whatever it is that you defined your success to be. And also understand that your success is what you define it as. Nobody else can define your success, because you've built the image and the definition for success in your mind. It's just not going to be what anybody else defines for you, because anybody else may think that you deserve better or less. You yourself define what would make you happy and what would feel like success. So, for instance, success to me, off bat, I can say finding the perfect king and being in the perfect marriage is a success to me. you may not feel the same. You may not define success to be that. You may define success to be getting a promotion in your job. You may define success as getting the kids to bed early. Your success may be cooking dinner that day. So we all define success differently. So whatever it is that you're aiming for and you're going towards, do not allow others to define that for you and to have an influence into what is good enough and what is not good enough. And don't allow yourself to be over judgmental about your actions. As long as you're moving towards that, then that in itself deserves praise. Like, that's good enough.